Well, hula itself changes every 100 years. We saw that in the monarchy era. We saw that in the early 1900s when it switched from very traditional kahiko and hula ku'i into a more descriptive hula awana. And it'll probably change again within this century. But I think what we need to keep in mind for our hula is that there is an essence that we need to maintain. Hula people, we endure. We have a lot of obstacles that we have to deal with. And we have to learn to be accepting to some of it. And yet we have to know where we are and be strong on our foundation, on what we need to maintain and what we need to keep. And so if we're looking at where our hula is going to go, I think we need to also look at who is leading the hula and what kind of leaders are we going to have today and in the future for hula. Those that survive this pandemic will probably be the next leaders, those that have gone through it and have had the roots. I think part of our hula is that we have one foot in the past when we step here in the present, and we're always looking at where we're going to go in the future. And that, as kumuhulas, is part of our kuleana, to maintain that we're grooming the next generation correctly, that they have the foundation. We were lucky that we were able to talk with our kupunas, reprimanded by our kupunas, and had guidance by them. I fear the next generations don't have the kupunas that we've had, or possibly some of us may have to step up to be the kupunas for the future. And so we'll see how that moves forward. So I think that part of this, where the future of hula is going to be, will be how we on the inside deal with hula, so that people on the outside who see the hula will understand it a little better, appreciate it. As we go globally, I have a fear that sometimes that we will lose what is just ours. But if we're strong enough and our foundation is strong enough, we'll know that what we have is good, and what we have will endure from this present and into the future. The Prince Lot Hula Festival, to me, is tradition. If we look at hula that's happened every 100 years, we see that during the Kalakaua and the monarchy era, there was a time when all the groups came together to perform for their kings and for their ali'i. With the Prince Lot Hula Festival, during our time in the start of the Hawaiian Renaissance, it created an opportunity for us to showcase our hulas and to show who we are, an identity of us as hula practitioners. So the Prince Lot Hula Festival throughout these years have been very important to me. I remember being younger and going there with the very first shows down in the gardens when they were still on flatbed trucks or straight on the gardens before the Kama'ipu'u was built. And then when it was relocated to the Iolani Palace, it created another opportunity to showcase and bring to the center of Honolulu and the center of the Kikovaena of these islands, hula in all its glory once again. I strive to make sure that when we are presenting something there, it's very thoughtful and it's commemorative of the place and time.